Hi, Tiffany Johnson here of OnlineBusinessManager.com. I am Tina Forsythe's Online Business Manager, as well as the training manager for the Online Business Manager Certification and Training. I want to talk to you today about taking things off your clients' plates. Recently, we had a situation where I sent out an email to our team members with an expectation that they would be doing something. I did not realize or know at that moment that they weren't ready to do what I was expecting of them. And so ultimately what happened was the task ended up back on Tina's plate. I kind of take this personally. I don't deal well knowing that Tina or any of my clients have to do something that I personally believe that I could do or someone else on the team can do. So this is a big annoyance to me when I find out that one of my business owners has had to do something that ultimately they shouldn't have been doing. They shouldn't have been doing it. So when this happened here recently, I had to kind of take a look and say, okay, why did this end up back on her plate? What can we do in the future to ensure that it does not happen again? And really kind of take ownership of what happened there, which was a bad communication on my part, and I didn't follow up to make sure that the team understood what the expectation was. So I take full responsibility in that. But even beyond that, I just want to make sure it doesn't happen again. So as I was thinking about what to talk to you guys about today for our OBM newsletter, it was really, are we taking things off our clients' plates? Are we really taking ownership of freeing them up? Because I'm going to tell you that if you're not, then you could come to the end of your dating period and your client not really see the value that you're bringing to the business. It could be that you find yourself in a place where at the end of 90 days, they're looking and saying, well, what are you really doing? I mean, how are you really different as the online business manager than what I'm already, used to with a VA? Many OBMs, specifically if you come from a technical background, can ultimately fall into that kind of high-end VA role even and end up doing more implementation than managing, and find themselves not taking things off the client's plate. They may be taking things off the VA's plate. They may be minimizing the team budget, but they're not taking things off the client's plate. But as the online business manager, it is vital that you are looking at what your clients are doing on a weekly basis, what they're doing on a daily basis, what tasks are on their plate, and taking things off their plate. If you want job security with that particular client, trust me, take things off their plate. Get it so that they are truly only doing what they love to do, what they are gifted in doing, what their expertise is. If that's coaching and speaking, then they should be coaching and speaking. If that's sales and marketing, then sales and marketing is all that they should be doing. So as the online business manager, we want to be sure that we are taking things off our clients' plates. Because we don't want to fall into not being seen as the value that we are bringing to the table. We do not want to fall into being that high-end, maybe overpaid VA, okay? We also don't want to be disconnected. We don't want to be disconnected from the business. If you're not taking things off the client's plate, then you can very quickly become disconnected to what the business is accomplishing, to what the client is trying to accomplish, and where the business is going. Because ultimately, the creative generator is going to be the business owner. But making sure that everything is managed, everything's being accomplished, everything's getting done, that we're getting stuff done, that falls on our plate. And making sure that the team is in line to accomplish these tasks as they need to accomplish. So a couple of things I wanted to go over that you could today really look at your business owner's to-do list and make sure that you have off their plate. One of those things is scheduling out product launches. If your client is still scheduling out the product launches, you need to get that off their plate immediately. You need a template, you need to follow the template, and you need to get that off their plate. I'm not going to go into that because we just talked about it a couple of videos before this one, so go check out that video and get that off the client's plate, okay? If this is the first time to work with a client at that level, you may have to jump on the phone with them and go over what the template is and verify the steps and verify the timing. But once that's done, then bam, That's off their plate. You're done. Move on. They don't have to worry about that anymore. You're going to take care of it, okay? Another thing we need to get off our clients' plates is their inboxes. Our inboxes are crazy town, okay? And our clients' inboxes are crazy town. But we need to minimize how much time our clients spend in email. If they are spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day contending with their inbox, that has got to be stopped. That is generating revenue time that is being wasted going through junk mail, answering customer service they should not be answering, scheduling out things to teams that they should not be scheduling out that stuff to the team. As well as handling affiliate stuff. All of that stuff should be off your clients' plates. So if they're a little bit addicted to their inbox, which I think that all of us are to some point, you may have to have a very candid conversation with them about how much time they're spending in their inbox and bring solutions to the table to how you can help minimize that time, how you can create a process, how you can put a system in place. We personally use Zendesk for all of our incoming stuff that's customer service related, so everybody on the team can see exactly what's going on, but we only have one person who's really responsible for making sure that those emails are answered and for making sure that they get to the correct team member and all that good kind of stuff. So now the clients don't have to worry about that. They can still see it. If there's something that comes through that is, alarming, they can still see it if they choose to, but on the other side of that, they don't have to feel the weight or the responsibility of managing that. So that's what you want to do, is you want to create the environment that says, oh, well, if you want to see it at any time, it's still available for you to check in, look at, put your finger on, but we want to take off the weight of them having to be the one owning that, okay? So get them out of their inboxes. Another thing that we need to be doing as the online business manager to take things off our clients' plates are we need to have complete understanding of what is happening in a project. Okay? You need to know fully what the client wants to accomplish, how it's going to be accomplished. If you're not laying out that how and the client's working on the how with you or with a coach or with someone else, you need to have full understanding. See, a lot of what ends up on our client's plate is what I call bottlenecking. It's bottlenecking. It's either team members needing stuff, it's we need something from them, it's their clients need something from them. There's a lot of bottlenecking that ends up on our client's plate, which have them going around putting out fires. Well, we don't want our clients going around putting out fires, because when they have to do that, they're not able to really put their energy, their creativity, their time, and their focus on the things that they need to be focused on. So we need to take off their plate the bottleneck, okay? And how you do that is by knowing the project inside out yourself. So you need to ask the questions, you need to drill down deeper, you need to make sure that you know that project to the same level that your client knows that project. And then when a question arises, well, you're there to make the decision, or you're there to help get the answers, or you're there to reroute what needs to be rerouted. So it's very important that we begin to take that bottleneck off of our clients and become that place of decision making. We need to be the hub. The decision hub needs to stop at you. It needs to stop in your virtual office, into your task box, or into your discussion with your team, and make sure that that comes off your client's plate. And then the last thing I wanted to say is your client is looking at the metrics. They may not tell you they're looking at the metrics, but every business savvy person is looking to see how well a marketing campaign produced. What were the numbers? What was the open rate for the last email that was sent? What was the click rate? What keywords did we use that really seemed to work in this particular email that maybe we didn't use in the last email and we didn't get the response? Or maybe we used something in the last email that was fantastic, but we're not getting a great response in this one. What were those keywords? What were those small differences that we can pop out in the third one? Your client is paying attention to how well their list is responding to their marketing. They're paying attention to how well their keywords are working in Google. you need to be paying attention to this and then bringing that data to them. If they're not requesting it from you, bring it to them. Take that off their plate. Don't let them have to be looking in Google Analytics and looking in Infusionsoft to see what their open rates were. Bring that to them. Have a metric set up so that they can see that in one spot at all times. We do it on a weekly basis. We update the metrics. It says everything. And if our client wants to jump in, then she can jump right in and see exactly what is happening in our marketing and the response that we're getting, okay? So this is vitally important for you as the online business manager to really bring the value of how you support your clients to the table, is to be taking things off their plate. So keep an eye out on that. I want you to write down a list of everything your client's doing right now, what they're doing today, what they're doing this week. And I want you to look and say, can we set up a process for this? Can we set up a system for this? Can someone else on the team do this? Am I the best person to do this? And really free up your business owner to do what they need to be doing, which is generating revenue, keeping the creativity going, delivering to their current clientele, okay? So I love comments. I love it when we have a great flow of comments below. So I really invite you to kind of share your thoughts on this. Share what are your clients doing right now. Share, if you're having some things you see your clients are doing and you can't figure out how to get it off their plate because maybe they won't release it, just share that below and we'll see if we can't come up as a community with a great solution for you, okay? Until next time, thanks.